Hello, everybody, and thanks so much for joining us again at BA Studio TV. We are here today with one of my super cool realtors, Judy Mitchell from William Pitt Sotheby's in Southport,
Yes.
Connecticut. And thanks so much, Judy, for coming.
My pleasure. I'm happy to be here. What a great space to be in. It's terrific.
Thank you. So today we have a real cool topic, and I know a lot of people have some questions that we would like to answer, and but we will reveal that question only in a moment. First, I want to learn a little bit more about Judy, and wanted to learn a little bit about yourself, how you ended up in real estate. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yes, sure, no problem. So I have a marketing background. I worked in the television industry for 30 years.
Oh,
It's
wow.
like hard to say that because I feel so young, but I must have been a baby when I started.
So you're perfect here now.
Yeah, well, I was on the marketing side of television,
Uh-huh.
and my job was to market television shows
Wow.
in different markets all across the country. And I would say, like, my favorite thing about that was getting to know, people in small communities all over the country, which was great. I learned a lot about, community living and whatnot. And on the side, I was purchasing properties for myself to buy and to sell and also to rent. So I was a landlord, I was flipping properties, and I was kind of doing that on the side just for the love of it. After being in the television marketing business for a really long time, I decided that I needed a rest. And I wanted to move out of New York City and move to a town where I could connect with people on a local level and be in an industry that would match my experience. And so I thought long and hard about it, and I said, well, I've always loved real estate, and that would really connect me with local people. And I got into the real estate business.
Wow. Yeah, and where are you standing now? I heard you're the top agent in your office.
I am, yes.
And that, congratulations.
Thank
and
you.
I know that requires a lot of hard work and a lot of connections and being able to communicate and work with people very well because it's such a people-driven industry.
Yeah.
So congratulations.
Thank
That's
you.
very cool.
Thanks.
And so, what is a typical client that you work with or that you love to work with the most?
The typical client that I like to work with is someone who needs my help. I like to have people move forward in their lives through real estate, and if I can help them achieve whatever their goal is, to be financially sound and also to have a great place for them to be with their family, what's better than that?
Great.
Yeah.
Great. So you work with buyers and sellers at both ends of in the real estate.
I do. I mostly list properties. I would say that's about 75% of my business, but I also work with a lot of buyers kind of as a result of that.
Great. So, and I know since we are in a really peculiar market right now with COVID-19 and everything that's going on, a lot of home sellers have the question, is it really a good time right now to sell my property? If somebody asked you that question, how would you answer that question?
Well, I would say right now it is absolutely a fantastic time to sell your property if you have a property in Fairfield, Connecticut, or Fairfield County, Connecticut. We have never, in forever, have seen the kind of buyer traffic that we have currently on the market, and I can give you a perfect example of that. When we look at just in the town of Fairfield, which is where I live and do a lot of business, when we look at the number of sold units, we are looking at an increase of almost 17.5% this year versus last year just for the month of June.
Wow.
So that is phenomenal when it comes to sold units for single family homes. And as a result of that, of course, the median price is up, and that's up about 7%.
That is really great. How much do you think has been, like, your personal opinion, how much do you think was like a delay of people not listing during the lockdown?
Yeah.
And how much has that, do you think, delayed? Do you have any sense of
Yeah,
that?
oh, absolutely, because we saw the inventory, just take a nosedive like that, along with showings, because we track all these metrics. And so everything just kind of took a downturn because people pulled back. They wanted their houses off the market, and also people didn't want to go into other people's homes in order, to keep themselves safe. So we saw a bit of a slowdown in the market, but it was interesting because of the lack of inventory, the houses that were on the market, that stayed on the market, started to sell very rapidly because real estate was considered an essential service. And so we worked through the entire pandemic selling houses, and now the inventory really is still delayed on the market. We still don't have enough houses to meet the buyer demand.
Do you also see an increase in the buyer's demand? Because with what was happening, I know at one point we had, after the reopening or during the downtime even, we had like a lot of New Yorkers wanting to be more in suburbia, like here in our area.
Yes. So what we have found is the New York, business has been about 20% of our overall business year to date, for me personally. So yes, they're coming. They're not coming in massive droves. Some of them are already here. They're renting properties and they're starting to dip their toe into seeing what it's like to live here permanently, and they're looking for homes. But I would say that generally speaking, people are looking to right size their house, whether that means an increase in space or a decrease in space, because now home has become very important to people. And those are the buyers, and sellers that we're talking to right now who want to create the right living environment for themselves.
So I know you are having several listings out there.
Yes.
Is there a particular listing that you would like to show us?
Yes. I would love to talk about 37 Windsor Place. This is a split level home. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house in the University neighborhood in Fairfield. It's very well maintained, and we love to sell a house that's well maintained. It's in really great condition, and it's in a perfect location. It's near Osborne Hill School, so people can walk to school, and it's a very walkable neighborhood. It's got a beautiful backyard and a lovely deck. So that's on the market for $585.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
That's a great.
Yeah.
That's a great price point too, especially for somebody who cannot afford the multi-million-dollar homes that we see in many areas here in Connecticut. So, which is great. The entry, it's not entry level anymore either, but it is more.
It's the median.
It's the median.
Yeah, just
where
below
it's
the median.
just right where it's perfect for so many buyers.
It is. Like some people who are looking to move from a condo to a home,
Right.
Or people who
Right.
are looking to downsize from a very large colonial who need a bit more manageable space.
Yeah.
It's
I looked at
perfect.
it online. It looks fabulous. So
Thanks.
everybody, if you haven't taken a look yet at this property, that's the property to look at. Can you repeat the address again?
Yes, it's 39 Windsor Place in Fairfield, Connecticut.
Yeah, it looks fabulous. And I really love the way it's presented and how you personally and your team, how you present any new listings online. It's always immaculate. It's always perfect down to the T. And so with professional photography, a lot of movement in the photos too. So I love how you present it online. And
Thank you. I appreciate that. That means a lot coming from you,
Yeah,
because you have the expert eye.
And I am just a photography freak because I love photography so much. So
Yeah.
and
Well, the visual element is so important,
Yeah.
and our first showing is online. And now more than ever, we really have to work with our buyers to make sure they understand how the house is laid out, and what it looks like, and try to explain it with detail before we even bring them into the house.
Right,
Just
right.
for safety reasons.
Yeah, and it's also overall how you really attract buyers, because there are so many properties on the market. If it's presented the right way, it will just attract just more potential buyers who want to look at the property, and that's really the goal. And you're doing a fabulous job with that.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It helps us, ultimately net the most amount of money we can for the seller, and
Right.
that's our goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so thank you so much. Anything else that you would like to share with us, with our audience?
I would. There's one other thing I would love to share with the audience, if I can, is I just want to say thank you. You have helped me so much present my houses so beautifully, and have helped me sell my houses very quickly because of your staging expertise. You have incredible artful eye. And when that helps so dramatically when we go to sell a house, to have it set up and staged perfectly, even if we're using the existing furnishings that are in a house. So thank you.
Well, thank you.
My pleasure.
Thank you. So, but we don't want the audience to walk away without your contact information.
Oh, that's so nice. Okay. So you can reach me at judymitchellgroup.com. That is my website. Or you can email me at judy@judymitchellgroup.com.
And your phone number?
My phone number is 203-293-0039.
Awesome.
All right.
Well, thank you so much, Judy, for coming and sharing your wisdom and with our audience. And
Well, thank you for
I hope
having
we
me.
will have you again sometime on our show.
That's a deal.
Sounds good. Thanks again, everybody, for joining us today. And don't forget to tune in on Friday at 3 p.m. on Facebook Live for our trivia game with Karina. And you can find it on Facebook at Studio TV BA. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Thanks so much for joining, and we'll see you next week on Wednesday at 2:30.